In this video, we're going to go over program 16.2, which is creating the first and last variables. When we deal with this type of data that has multiple observations per subject, one of the first things you want to do is determine when you're processing the first observation and when you're processing the last observation for each patient. For this example, we want to first sort the data set by patient number and date. Although it's not necessary in this particular case because it's already sorted, that's always a good practice. So program 16.2, the first thing that you do is you sort the data set by patient number and date. That's a really good practice. So everything, is lined up in order. The visits are in order. They may be already, but you don't really know when you're getting the data, especially if you have a large data set. This is a good practice, okay? So to sort the data by patient number and date, okay? Now we're creating a new data set called Clinic New. We're reading from the Clinic data set, which is already inside SAS because we created it already. Now, the key here is to follow the set statement with a by statement, okay? Doing this creates two temporary variables, first and last for patient number. Okay, so by doing this, you're gonna create two variables called first and last for patient number, okay? Now, the variable first will be equal to 1 when when SAS sees for the first time the person in the data set. So for the first visit. And the last variable, in this case last dot patient number, because we're doing this by patient number, it will be equal to 1 when SAS sees the person, that patient number, on the data set for the last time. Okay? Now, by writing file print, we're telling SAS not to send the first and last variables to the output. So it will be in results. Okay, so if we run this, you'll see what we get. Basically, let's say for example, let me make this a little bigger. Patient number 001, okay? This is the first visit. So first dot patient number is equal to 1 in this case because it's the first visit. So patient 001 only had 2 visits. So this is the last visit for him or her. Therefore, the last function, last dot pt number is equal to 1 here because this is the last visit of patient 1. Now, look here. For the second patient, we have only 1 visit. So it is the first and the last. So that's why both functions, first and last, or variables first and last, are equal to 1. Now for patient number 3, we have a first, second, and third visits. So here the first variable is equal to 1 because that's the first visit. Second, for the second observation, or the second time that the patient appears, both variables are equal to 0 because basically this is neither the first nor the last visit. Now for the last visit, the third visit of the third person, the last variable is equal to 1. Okay, so the first and last are kind of indicated variables. Okay, it's an these are indicated variables that will tell you whether this is the first visit or the last visit, okay? By setting that equal to 1 when, first will be equal to 1 when it's the first visit, last will be equal to 1 when it's the last visit. This is a really important tool for dealing with multiple observations per subject. Longitudinal data, that's what we call it. So the first and the last variables will be used throughout all this chapter in every single program.